Bienvenidos a M2. Hoy tenemos un programa bien ochentero, pero con producciones de la actualidad. Y es que regresan las cosas cuando tienen ese factor nostalgia. Empecemos por, como le pusieron aquí, un policía suelto en Beverly Hills o en Hollywood o algo así por el estilo, ¿verdad? Porque en realidad era Beverly Hills Cop. Un loco suelto en Hollywood, creo que fue el primer título. Pero bueno, es Beverly Hills Cop, es un clásico de los 80, es obviamente con Eddie Murphy y ahora el personaje de Eddie Murphy, Axel Foley o Axel F, llega a Netflix. Ya está en Netflix, chequen esto.
Estoy en una misión encubierta con Axel Foley.
Hizo encabronar a muchas personas. O sea que estamos cerca. ¿Están bien? ¿Todos bien?
En medio no hay cinturón de seguridad.
Gracias, Eddie. Oigan, y nuestro compañero Alex Membrillo platicó con el resto del elenco. Fíjense que regresar tantos años después, más de 3 décadas después, como lo hizo John Ashton, para interpretar este policía gruñón que tiene que aguantar a Axel, pues no es fácil, pero el regreso se vivió así.
I want to know how was to be near this character again for you and to be filming again in his shoes.
Well, it was like old home week, you know. We became very good friends during the first and second one, and we trust each other. We trust each other's talent. We respect each other. We're friends, and it was like a family reunion. You know, we just got back together at the set on the first day, and hey guys, how you doing? Let's go to work. You know, it's like we never left.
This movie comes 20 years after the last entrance of the series. How did they convince you to come back to this film?
Well, I knew the film was going to be good because I knew Eddie was going to. They've been talking about it for years, and I knew Eddie wasn't going to do a bad one. You know, he was really picky about the script, which is he's fantastic at that. And Jerry Bruckheimer was back producing it, and Jerry's the best.
Would you say it's part of the secret to keep the team together for the essence of the film?
Yeah. I think the relationships are still there. I mean, and I think that's what the audience enjoys. They enjoy the fact that we do have a relationship, and the second one they have the picture of us going fishing together, and so the characters became friends as well as us personally becoming friends.
Y ahora vamos con el amor de los amores de muchos de nosotros en los años 80. ¿Qué tiene que ver Kevin Bacon con un policía suelto en Hollywood? Que ahora está en esta versión de Netflix. Y habla precisamente de lo que aportó Eddie Murphy a este género, que sin la menor duda fue el mejor y el primero, acción y comedia.
First of all, to ask you about your role in this film and also about your relationship with the Beverly Hills Cop saga as a whole.
Well, I was around when the first one came out, as you know. I went to the theater to see it, bought some popcorn, sat in the dark with a bunch of strangers and laughed and was thrilled, by the action and the funny characters surrounding it. And so, yeah, I mean, then to track Eddie's, remarkable career and stellar kind of imprint that he put on the American film.
Do you believe? I know that many from the original creative team and the cast is coming back for this film, but do you believe it's possible to reconnect with the same artistic nuances that made the first 3 so special?
I do think I think that the movie has kind of hit the sweet spot between feeling like it is a bit of a throwback in the way that it's shot and the way that the storytelling is similar. And of course you have the same people coming back, so that, adds a certain kind of nostalgia there. But it also feels fresh and and I think they did a really good job in making the movie a lot of fun. I think people are really going to enjoy it.
For you personally, what was about the script that convinced you to be a part of it?
Well, I think that, the director called me up and we had a meeting, and he said, this part is kind of a work in progress. So we want you to bring some ideas. And when I get that kind of vote of confidence about me and being a collaborative, so that's really what convinced me.
This series of films became very popular a few years ago, and now it's coming back with a fresh take, as you say. But do you feel that right now, in the state of cinema right now, is it harder to create iconic characters like Axel F?
Is it harder? Let's see. I mean, I don't know. What I do think is you don't get an Eddie Murphy coming around every year. That's the thing, You could create a character, you could have the character of Axel F and put somebody else in that part and it would not be the same. So, let's not take anything away from Eddie. I mean, he's really the sauce that made this movie sail in the first place. Because the whole movie is from his point of view, and he just is so charming and so infinitely watchable that's what really makes it work.
Bueno, obviamente Axel F, lo pueden ver, el policía suelto en Beverly Hills o como le quieran poner esta semana, ya está en Netflix. Y el próximo 18, pueden, porque seguimos en los 80, regresar al universo de Karate Kid. Se supone que ya se está despidiendo Cobra Kai. Lo dicen, no lo hacen, no importa, siempre vamos a amar a Ralph Macchio, aunque es insuperable la escena con la que cierra la primera película. Estamos en el 2024 y sigue así.
The Saikai Taikai tournament is coming. Now is not the time to push out. You're gonna fight the best in the world.
Do I want to know what that's for?
Training, Rocky IV style. Gonna chop down a tree, carry it through the snow.
Now, what could possibly go wrong?
Sadly, the conclusion of the series. Do you think the ending will do justice to these iconic characters that expanded beyond their origins?
Yes, absolutely. I think the guys who create the show are super Karate Kid fans. They know more about those movies than I do. They care, and they have always written this show as if it's the show the fans want to see. So they always have that fan service and those elements to reach and succeed with in their minds. And I think the series very much gives the fans everything they want, but not necessarily getting there the way they thought they would, and that's what makes it entertaining.
Of course, this is a very different project from the movies. It involves very different things in a way. So I want to know, being there from the first moment, what is the legacy of Cobra Kai as a project, and what do you feel that you are leaving behind?
With the Cobra Kai series?
Yes.
Okay, it's the fact that I think one of the main themes is redemption, different but same, which is very much a Miyagi-ism and something Mr. Miyagi said early on in the original film, and that's a piece of what Daniel and Johnny share, and some of our younger characters, where you see a piece of yourself in someone else who might be your greatest foe, and they maybe can become your best of friends if you could navigate past what annoys you about them.
Pero como nos gustaba el chico malo, ¿verdad? Bueno, han cambiado las cosas desde los 80, han ocurrido cosas distintas en Cobra Kai, pero está Ralph Macchio, pero sin William Zabka no se puede hacer esta historia. Obviamente nos falta el señor Miyagi, siempre nos hará falta el señor Miyagi, pero William nos platica también, pues si realmente es una despedida, si no, ¿de qué va? Si bueno, malo. Adelante, William.
The series has expanded in a way that is beyond impressive, from starting in YouTube to this massive new season. So, are you proud of the reach and the legacy of this concept of this project?
Oh, very much so. I mean, I think It's blown up from where it started in season 1 to this global phenomenon, and could never have seen that coming. And the way that we started the story and how it's expanded out and through all the characters and all the storylines and how that's kept the ball up in the air all the way to this great climactic ending in season 6. It's very fulfilling. Never could have seen it coming, and we're just really glad that we got to tell the full story, because these guys had 6 seasons in mind. When they pitched it to us originally, they knew how they wanted it to end then, and we could have, who knew along the way it could have stopped at any point, but we got to tell the full story. So it's very fulfilling, and very excited about what's coming for everybody.
I want to know, as we know, there are various parts of this ending of the story. So we are being leading to this moment for a long time, and I want to know how high are the stakes, and as a general theme, what differentiates this first part with what will come next?
Well, as any show does, and any good show, there's a progression. So I think the stakes are exponentially higher each episode that we get into. I think for this season, the whole Sekai Taikai storyline is a massive part of it. And because it's on a world stage, there's a lot at stake as far as the whole dojo visibility and the proving of, the senseis and the kids too. So for me, I think this is what is like the biggest part of the story, and also the growth of all the characters.
Muchas gracias, Alex Membrillo, por esto, y a todo este maravilloso equipo por llevarnos de regreso a los 80, que claramente la nostalgia de esa década está pegando, y está pegando fuerte, con nuevas historias, mismos personajes. Como yo ya estaba por aquí en los 80. Soy Susi Moscatel, nuevas historias, mismo personaje. Hasta pronto.